The road was empty in a way that didn't feel natural. I've driven plenty of long hauls, but that night felt different. It wasn't just quiet, it felt abandoned. It was just past 2:30 a.m. My headlights stretched out, swallowing miles of cracked asphalt and pine trees. No other trucks, no lights. My radio had gone dead, just static. That should have been my first sign. But I didn't. I had a delivery deadline. So I kept driving, gripping the wheel tighter, telling myself the uneasiness would pass. Then I saw the truck. Sitting on the shoulder up ahead, no hazard lights, no reflectors, nothing. Just a long, dark semi parked at an angle. No company logo, no numbers, no markings at all. I slowed down as I passed. No movement, no driver, nothing. Just that truck, sitting there. I glanced in my side mirror. For a split second, I thought I saw someone standing behind my trailer. I slammed my eyes back to the road. "Get it together," I muttered. Mirrors play tricks at night. Shadows shift. Your brain fills in blanks. I'd been driving too long. Still, I didn't check the mirror again. About 10 minutes later, I started hearing something. A faint, irregular noise. Thump, thump, thump. It was coming from behind me, from the trailer. Something hitting the inside. My load was secured tight. No way anything was moving like that. Thump. A little louder this time. I felt a cold sensation crawl up the back of my neck. Probably just pressure, I said out loud. Road vibration. But the road was smooth. Perfectly smooth. Thump. This time it wasn't just a hit. It dragged. It dragged. Like something heavy sliding across the floor of the trailer. Slowly, I swallowed hard. I glanced at the rearview camera monitor. Static. Just gray fuzz. Of course. Great, I whispered. I kept driving. Faster now. Another 5 minutes passed, and the noise stopped. Just stopped. No thumps. No dragging. Nothing. The silence should have been a relief. But it wasn't. It felt worse. Like whatever had been moving had decided to stop for a reason. I checked the mirrors again, and that's when I saw it. The back door of my trailer. It was slightly open. Just a crack. That wasn't possible. I had locked it myself. Double-checked it like I always do. My chest tightened. Then the door shifted. Just a little wider. I felt my hands start to shake on the wheel. "Okay," I said, forcing my voice steady. "Okay, you pull over. You check it. That's all. Probably just a latch issue." But something in my gut screamed not to stop. Keep driving. Don't pull over. Don't open that trailer. I don't know why. But I listened. I pushed the truck faster. Up ahead, I finally saw something, a rest area sign. 2 miles. Relief flooded through me. Lights, people, cameras, anything. I just had to make it there. Behind me, the trailer door creaked again, slowly, opening wider. I didn't look. I couldn't, but I could see it in the side mirror. A dark gap where there shouldn't be one, and then something moved inside, not clearly. Just a shape. Too tall, too thin. It shifted forward, toward the opening. I hit the gas harder. Come on, come on. The rest area lights came into view, glowing like a lifeline in the distance. Behind me, a hand, long, pale, fingers curling around the edge of the trailer door. I swear to God, I almost lost control. I kept my eyes forward, breathing in short, panicked bursts. Don't look, don't look, don't look. The hand tightened its grip. Then another shape appeared behind it. A face, pressed halfway into the light. Too wide, too stretched. Its mouth hung open. Not like it was screaming, but like it had forgotten how to close. And its eyes, they were locked on me, through the mirror. I flew into the rest area, slamming on the brakes harder than I should have. The truck lurched, tires screaming slightly as I pulled into the brightest spot I could find. I didn't wait. I jumped out of the cab immediately, heart pounding so hard I could hear it. The parking lot was empty, completely empty. No cars, no people. Just those flickering overhead lights. I ran to the back of the trailer. Every instinct told me not to. But I had to see. I had to know. I reached the doors. They were shut, locked, exactly how I left them. No gap, no opening, nothing. My hands trembled as I touched the latch. Still secure, still tight. I stood there, breathing hard, trying to make sense of it. Okay, you're just tired, I whispered. You imagined it. That's when I heard it, right behind me. A soft voice, close, too close. You shouldn't have stopped. I froze, every muscle in my body locked in place. Slowly, painfully slowly, I turned my head. There was no one there. The parking lot was empty, silent, still. But from inside the trailer came a single quiet thump. I didn't open it. I got back in the truck, and I drove. And I didn't stop again until sunrise. I reported it, of course. Said I thought someone might have gotten into the trailer. Security checked it. Nothing inside. Just the cargo, exactly as it should have been. No signs of entry. No damage. No explanation. They told me I was probably exhausted. Seeing things, hearing things. Maybe they're right. But I haven't driven a night route since. And sometimes, when I'm trying to sleep, I still hear it. That slow, dragging sound. Moving just behind me. The load sheet said furniture, that's all. No special handling, no warnings, no fragile tags, just furniture. It was a last-minute pickup outside of Savannah, dropped onto my route like it didn't matter. Midnight delivery, straight shot north. The warehouse was already closed when I got there. No lights on inside. No workers. Just one trailer backed into the dock, already loaded. The security gate was open, which was strange. No guard. No cameras that I could see. Everything looked normal. Except the trailer felt wrong. I know that sounds stupid, but drivers know. You can feel a load. This one didn't feel like furniture. It felt uneven, like the weight inside wasn't sitting still. I chalked it up to bad stacking and hooked up anyway. Big mistake. About 20 minutes into the drive, I noticed the first sound. A soft knock. Nothing there, just the long stretch of dark road behind me. I turned the radio up, static, every station. Just a loose strap, I muttered. Then it came again. Knock, 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 knock. This time, I felt it through the frame. Not something shifting. Something hitting. From the inside. I kept driving. Didn't slow down. Didn't pull over. You don't stop unless you absolutely have to. And something in my gut told me stopping would be a mistake. The road stretched empty for miles. No headlights, no taillights, just me and the hum of the engine. And then a scrape, long, slow, like something heavy dragging across the metal floor of the trailer. I felt it vibrate through the cab. I turned off the radio completely. Silence. Then, scrape, closer this time. Like it was moving forward, toward the cab. My chest tightened. "That's not possible," I whispered. But I knew it was. I could feel it. I glanced at the rear camera monitor. Static, gray fuzz. Of course, I smacked the side of it. Nothing. Behind me, thump, right up against the front of the trailer now. I swear I could feel it through the back wall of the cab. Whatever was in there. It had crossed the entire length of the trailer. I checked the time. 2:47 a.m. Of course it was. It's always around then. Then the knocking started again. Not random this time. Rhythmic. 3 knocks. Pause. 3 knocks. Pause. Over and over. 3 knocks. Pause. 3 knocks. And over. Like it was trying to communicate. Or worse, like it already knew I was listening. "Stop it," I said out loud, my voice shaking. "Just stop." The knocking stopped instantly. That was worse. Way worse. Because that meant it heard me. I stared straight ahead, afraid to even blink. And then, slowly, very slowly, I heard something new. A sound I'll never forget. Breathing, right behind me. Not in the trailer, in the cab. I froze. Every nerve in my body went cold. I didn't turn around. I couldn't, because I knew, if I looked, something would be there. The breathing was shallow, uneven, like it wasn't used to lungs, like it was learning. "You're not real," I whispered. The breathing stopped. Silence. Then, a voice, soft, right next to my ear. "You opened it." I felt something brush the back of my neck. I slammed on the brakes. The truck screeched to a stop in the middle of the road. I threw the door open and stumbled out, nearly falling onto the asphalt. The night air hit me like ice. I backed away from the cab, heart hammering. "Get out!" I shouted. "Whatever you are, get out!" Nothing moved. The truck just idled there, quiet, still. I forced myself to check the cab. Empty. Completely empty. No one inside. No one could have been. I stood there shaking, trying to make sense of it. Then, behind me, the trailer door slammed, hard. I spun around. The back doors were swinging slightly, open. I hadn't opened them. I knew I hadn't. I hadn't even gone near the back, but there they were, wide open. Darkness spilling out from inside. Every instinct told me to run, to leave the truck, to forget the job, but something else pulled me closer. A need to look, to confirm, to understand. I don't know why I listened. I wish I hadn't. I stepped toward the trailer, slow, careful. The metal groaned under my boots as I climbed up. Inside, nothing looked wrong. Furniture, wrapped, stacked, exactly, like it should be. No movement, no shadows, no signs of anything. I let out a shaky breath. "See?" I said, almost laughing. "You're losing it." Then, A voice from inside. Close. Too close. No, I'm not. I spun around. No one. But something shifted. Between the stacks, too fast to see clearly. I jumped down and slammed the doors shut. Locked them. Twice. Not my problem, I muttered. Not my problem. I got back in the cab, started the truck, and drove. I didn't hear anything else for the rest of the trip. No knocking, no scraping, no breathing, nothing, just silence. When I reached the drop-off, the workers opened the trailer. I stood back, arms crossed. One of them frowned. "Hey," he called out. "You didn't mention the extra piece." My stomach dropped. "What extra piece?" He stepped aside and pointed. At the very back of the trailer, sitting upright, perfectly still, was something that definitely wasn't furniture. It looked like a mannequin at first. Tall, too thin, limbs slightly too long, head tilted at an angle that didn't seem possible. Its surface was pale, almost skin-like. And its face was wrong. Not blank, not expressionless. Smiling. "I didn't haul that," I said quickly. "That wasn't in there." The worker laughed. "Yeah, okay. You drivers always say that." He reached out and tapped it. Creepy thing though. Feels almost real. I took a step back because I knew what I'd heard, what I'd felt, what had been in that trailer with me. As they unloaded it, I noticed something. On the inside of the trailer door, 3 dents, perfectly spaced, like knocks, from the inside. I quit long haul after that. Day routes only. Short distances. I don't drive at night anymore. Not ever. But sometimes, when I'm stopped at a light, I glance in my rearview mirror. And for just a second, I swear I see something sitting in the back seat. Head tilted, smiling, waiting, and every time I blink, it's gone. I used to think ghost sightings were just something drivers said to pass time. You hear a lot of stories out on the road. People swearing they saw someone standing in the middle of nowhere, hitchhikers that disappear, figures in mirrors. I always figured it was exhaustion, long hours, too much darkness. That was before Route 17. I was running a late-night haul just outside Charleston, cutting through a long, empty stretch where the road runs between marshland and trees. It was around 3 a.m. that dead hour where everything feels paused. No traffic, no wind. Just the hum of the engine. The first thing I saw was a woman. She was standing on the shoulder, facing the road. White dress, barefoot, completely still. You see weird things at night, but this felt wrong. She wasn't looking at me. She was looking past me, like she was waiting for something behind my truck. As I got closer, I slowed down slightly. Her face came into view in the headlights, pale, too pale. And her eyes, they didn't reflect the light at all. Just dark, empty. I passed her. I checked the mirror immediately. She was gone. No figure walking away. Just empty road. I frowned and shook my head. "Didn't see anything," I muttered, but my hands tightened on the wheel. About 5 minutes later, I saw her again. Same dress, same spot, same posture, standing on the shoulder. My stomach dropped. "No," I whispered. "No, that's not possible." I hadn't turned. There were no loops in that stretch of road, no intersections. Just straight asphalt for miles. I sped up, didn't slow this time. Didn't look directly at her, but I could see her in my peripheral vision. Still staring, still waiting. And again, I checked the mirror. Gone, just like before. That's when the radio turned on by itself. Not static, not music. A voice, faint, like it was coming from far away. Stop. I jerked my hand toward the dial and turned it off. Silence slammed back into the cab. My heart was pounding now. Just a glitch, I said quickly. Electrical issue, but my voice sounded thin. Like I didn't believe it. The road ahead stretched empty, but something felt off. Like the darkness had gotten thicker, closer. Then I saw headlights. Relief washed over me. Finally, another vehicle. They were coming toward me. In the opposite lane, slow, too slow, but I didn't care. I just needed to see another person, something normal. As the car got closer, I noticed something strange. It wasn't moving straight. It drifted slightly, like it wasn't being controlled. Then the headlights flickered, once, twice, then went out completely. The car kept coming, pitch black now. No lights, no reflection, nothing. Just a shape moving toward me. I slammed my foot on the brake and swerved slightly, heart racing. The car passed me, or at least, something passed me. I couldn't see it clearly. Just a dark outline, silent, too silent. I twisted in my seat to look back. And that's when I saw it. The car. It wasn't a car. Not really. It looked crushed, folded in on itself, like it had been in a violent wreck. And inside, figures, multiple, sitting perfectly still. One of them turned its head, too fast, too sharply, and looked directly at me. I snapped my head forward, breath hitching. No, no, no. I pressed the gas hard. The truck surged forward. I just needed to get off that road. Up ahead, the woman, again, standing in the same place. But this time, she wasn't alone. There were others. Shapes in the darkness behind her. Dozens, standing along the side of the road. All facing the same direction. All staring past me, waiting. I didn't slow down. I couldn't. I drove straight through that stretch, gripping the wheel so hard my knuckles went white. As I passed them, every single head turned in perfect unison. Following me, the radio crackled back on. Louder this time. Voices overlapping, whispering, "Stay, don't leave." "We're still here." I ripped the power cord out completely. The silence that followed was worse. Then, something appeared in the passenger seat. I didn't see it come in. It was just there. A man, wet, clothes torn, face pale and slack, water dripping onto the floor mat. He was staring straight ahead, not moving, not blinking. I couldn't breathe. My chest locked up. "Get out," I whispered. "Get out of my truck." He didn't respond. Then slowly, he turned his head and looked at me. His mouth opened slightly, and water spilled out. "You saw us," he said. I screamed, actually screamed, and slammed the brakes. The truck skidded to a stop. I threw the door open and stumbled out, nearly falling onto the road. Cold air hit me, sharp, real. I backed away from the truck. "Go," I muttered. "Just go." I looked back inside. The seat was empty. No water, no man, nothing. The road behind me, empty. No figures, no car, no woman. Just darkness. I stood there for a long time, trying to convince myself it wasn't real, that it was just exhaustion, that my mind had snapped for a moment. But as I climbed back into the cab, I noticed something I couldn't explain. The passenger seat was damp. I don't drive that route anymore. I don't drive at night unless I have to, and I don't pick up unknown loads or take quiet back roads, because sometimes when I'm alone and it's too quiet, I hear the radio click on by itself, just for a second, and through the static, I swear I hear them, still out there, waiting on that road, like I did